What's up, crypto fans? I've got several big stories for you. We've got an SEC approval for a crypto company here in the United States. So apparently it is possible to register with the SEC. We've got countries out there falling into official recessions. Is that good or bad for crypto? Spoiler alert, it's bad, but there's a lot of people thinking it's good. I'll explain it. And we got presidential candidates out there saying that they're going to protect Bitcoin. But I also remember presidential candidates out there promising student debt relief. We're going to start it off with the heat map, but we're going to do something a little bit different here, so pay close attention. Bitcoin sitting at 26,410, ETH 1802, XRP sitting at 45.0, with XLM right now sitting at 8.6. Watch what happens, though, when I switch the heat map to the 7-day performance. You're going to see a lot of the crypto staying very similar. Look at XRP right there, up 0.5%, ETH only down 1.1%, but Bitcoin one of the big losers, as well as Doge and Litecoin. Perspective is key. These pumps are not lasting, which is going to get us into the next story. Oh my gosh, Germany's recession triggers responses from the crypto community. I cannot make this stuff up. No, I seriously can't. Why? Well, as always, any article you see in this video will be linked in the description below. A recession is generally identified when there is a fall in GDP in 2 successive quarters, unless you live in the United States and the administration wants to change the definition. Can't make that stuff up, can you? Well, guess what? Germany's GDP fell by 0.3 following 0.5 in the fourth quarter 2022. Members of the crypto community were split on the potential effects of the recession. On Twitter, some were saddened by the news but believe that this event is still a bullish sign for crypto. Very bad news, but still bullish for crypto. How? How is that bullish for crypto? When we're in a recession, growth stalls. When we're in a recession, money becomes even tighter. When we're in a recession, we're just trying to get by. When did crypto boom? When money printer go burr, when money was all over the place. So how is crypto going to go boom during a recession? During a recession, we just care about feeding our families and paying our bills, not putting money into the most riskiest asset class out there. I swear, the hopium is sick. So looking at the whiteboard, recession is bad for crypto. Recession is bad for a whole bunch of things. Comment down below on how recessions would be good for crypto, because I'm telling you out there, all these other industries are like, oh crap, a recession is coming. Prepare for lower sales and no growth, if even negative growth. Ron DeSantis tells Elon Musk Bitcoin will die if Joe Biden is reelected. Totally true. The current administration, this is not playing partisan politics. This is just telling you what's been happening. Remember that current administration also appointed Gary Gensler and is letting him just maul crypto. But if that administration stays intact, you're going to have more pressure put. We know that the House right now, controlled by the Republicans, are trying their best to come up with crypto regs. But the Senate, controlled by the Democrats and the president as well, are like, dude, we ain't doing it. In fact, Biden recently was like, look, debt ceiling stuff, I'm not going to give tax breaks to crypto traders out there. But you got now Desantis saying he's going to do whatever he can to protect Bitcoin. I'm not telling you whether DeSantis is going to fall through or not. All I'm going to tell you is this. How many presidential candidates have you been watching over the years, check my watch, that have lied to you regarding their promises during campaigns? Marijuana reform? Student debt forgiveness? Oh my gosh, Klaus, that's my point. They all say stuff to get into office and they never follow through. Do you know how easy it would have been to decriminalize cannabis? To fix that mess in the United States? Putting people in jail for something like that? So be very careful here, because you're going to get a lot of people trying to kind of pick at different parts of the population and see that they're going after crypto fans to get more votes. But be very careful, because it's all about the follow through. In my eyes, when it comes to politics, especially here in the United States, prove me wrong, because you sure as shit have not been proven yourselves right. Now we got Prometheum. Prometheum becomes the first SEC regulated crypto custodian. CEO says other firms' tech is arguably obsolete. Uh-oh, everyone. The company announced on Tuesday that their subsidiary Prometheum Ember Capital PEC has received the first of its kind approval from FINRA, Financial Industry Regulatory Authority, to operate as a special purpose broker-dealer, SPBD, for digital assets. This enables Prometheum Capital to custody digital asset securities for both retail and institutional clients in the United States with full regulatory backing. So for all those companies out there that are like, yo, it's hard to register with the SEC and get compliance, Prometheum just did it, so we got to check out their playbook. Listen to this. While other crypto exchanges like Kraken and Coinbase receive Wells notices and engage in lengthy, expensive litigation to avoid registering, Prometheum Capital will operate under the Securities Exchange Act 15C3-3 Customer Protection Rule as required under securities laws. Digital asset investors in the U.S. are currently custodying cryptocurrencies that are securities through platforms that don't offer the same customer protections required by federal securities laws. This is coming from Aaron Kaplan, CEO and founder of Prometheum. These platforms' non-compliance may pose serious risks to both retail and institutional investors. So now you've got a new company out there, well, not new in terms of they got registration, right? Approval for it, offering services that are now compliance-backed and offer more protection for the retail and institutional investors. If you want to read that announcement from them, you're welcome to do so because, as always, any article you see in this video will be linked in the description below. So now we actually have a company that's doing this through compliance. We're going to start picking this apart and seeing what are they doing differently, what are they doing special. I'm going to get deep in the weeds here over the next few days to see actually what are the big difference that they were able to pull off versus these other companies. So stick around and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out because I'll give us a follow-up on that. Regarding the presidential thing, right now, if you are in the United States or even in the world, you've seen that this has just been a mess with U.S. politics, right? We've got debt ceiling stuff coming up, and we know the debt ceiling deadline, we know the dates, but yet they wait to the last minute. Partisan politics in the United States only serves one purpose: to make themselves rich. If either side of the aisle actually fixed problems, guess what? Those problems wouldn't pop back up. It's kind of like playing whack-a-mole, right? When you see the thing pop up, you hit it, and then guess what? It pops back up again. See, the government's not fixing things. They're just playing ping pong with each other and lining their own pockets. I know it sounds jaded, but again, prove me wrong because the political record in the United States is absolutely piss poor. Now, we also have a segment of the market out there that thinks the recession is a good thing for crypto. No, recessions are bad. When there's fears of recessions, marketing companies pull their budgets out. Do you know why they pull it out? Because they know people aren't going to be spending money. So if people aren't going to be spending as much money on daily tasks, where the hell is the money going to come from to spend money on crypto, which is the most risky asset out there?